I am Sage, and we're here with Tanya and our special guest, Nurdjana. Did I nail it? Or did I yes!
No, you did great.
Right? Yes! Before I started this, the camera on, I completely messed up her name, so that's why I'm just like, ah! Oh my gosh, this is too much fun. So, tell us about yourself. How'd you get into music?
Okay, so I've actually been making music since I was very, very little and tiny. So my dad was a musician, and yeah, I would just tag along to all the gigs he played and just join all the rehearsals. And so, yeah, I think even my first memories are me just like listening to music at my dad's house and just being like all at all these cool live performances. And so, yeah, I grew up with music basically. And
That's
I was like, oh, I
incredible.
think, yeah, yeah, it was a great experience. And then, yeah, I was like, oh, I really like this. And I first played the piano. I liked it, but wasn't a huge fan. And then started singing, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this for a really long
This is
time.
it.
Yeah, this is what I want to do. And then, yeah, and then my dad playing already, and we're just like, why don't we make music together? I mean, I like the music that he wrote. So I was like, okay, let's just start a band together. And yeah, we started
What's your
entering in a
band's
couple of
name?
oh, well, Nurdjana.
Nurdjana!
I think that's the good thing about this, that my parents gave me this name. It's like, oh well, that's my band name too. There you go. That's easy.
Yes! Right there, easy. So
Yeah.
what kind of music do you play? Or what do you prefer? Like song you said you write songs.
So I'm so here's the thing, like my dad was a singer-songwriter, and I love the songs that he wrote, and it was basically he wrote so many songs, so he would just play
Wow.
all these new things he made for me, and I was like, I like that one, I would like to play that one. And that's how he went. So I never really wrote a whole lot of songs myself until recently. So my
That's okay.
yeah, yeah, so I just started writing songs actually. And
Wow.
yeah, which is cool. I'm a bit of a late bloomer. I don't know if you call that. Is that a thing you say in English? I'm Dutch, so yeah, sometimes I.
You what? Yeah, you got it.
So, and I just started playing the guitar as well, because so my dad passed away about 8 years ago, and he was still in Holland when I moved here as well. So that's when we stopped making music together. And then when he passed away, I was like, I don't feel like it anymore. Like I didn't have the drive
That's
anymore.
fair.
Totally. And then
Use your inspiration.
yeah, he was, and like my band buddy. And but then I have two little kids, and I had all my dad's sheet music here in the house. I inherited that, and then my kids started turning it into paper airplanes because they got a hold of it, and I was like, no, no, this is not going to happen. And I was basically my wake up call. It's like, I've got all this beautiful music, I'm not doing anything with it. So I was like, okay, I gotta it's time to get back to business.
Yeah.
Oh, like this is what I did for my entire life. Like I gotta get back to this. So yeah, so I've basically since the beginning of the pandemic, I started reimagining his songs. And yeah,
Wow.
and recording with all these different people that got let go from Banff Center. So I was like, well, we all got let go. Let's start making music together. Let's start recording. And
That's a great idea.
it was awesome. And like I got this connection with so many people I used to work with, but now like on a music level, right? We're just like playing together, recording stuff. And yeah, this is what I'm going to keep doing till the day I die.
I love it. Jamming out, having fun, and that's a hoot. I love that.
Yeah.
And basically what like you perform all sorts of music. Where can people find you? Like are you on Spotify? Like
Yep.
or like like yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just started putting stuff up on Spotify. I'm like basically releasing every 6 weeks ish. I'm releasing something. So when you just type in my
That's
name,
amazing.
yeah, trying to stay productive.
And
It's like,
and for everyone wondering how I spell that, it's Nurdjana or ANA.
yeah,
I'm
you
like
got
cheating.
it.
I'm like looking at your name in the corner there.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's it. And then my website.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, you nailed it again. And then
Yeah.
yeah, if they can't find me there, they can just go to my website, which is nurdjana.com, or just find me on Instagram, or it's yeah, I'm basically on most platforms right now. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty
That's
cool.
incredible. How do you keep up with all the platforms?
Um, yeah, a lot of coffee.
Log coffee?
Yeah,
That's fair. That's
yeah.
fair.
It's because I got with two little kiddos, and now we're going back to homeschooling. I'm gonna be honest. It's
Yeah.
a challenge. Like, um, you gotta really want it. Like like in the evenings, you gotta put in the hours. And I'm surrounded by lots of people that help me, that are like that know what they're doing. So it's for me, it's a lot of like working together, putting in extra hours, extra coffee, just pushing a little bit harder right now. And
Coffee.
I was
Yeah.
vacation at one point, but this is what drives me right now too, right? So it gives me energy in a way too. Yeah, yeah.
That's
So,
incredible. And I have to ask, how old are your kids? And are they jamming out with you? Like having fun?
yeah, yeah. I have a 3-year-old
Yes.
boy, and then I have a girl. She's 7, and it's really cool. Like when I'm practicing those songs at home, then all of a sudden we're walking down the street, and then my little ones are just like repeating certain lines. I'm like, oh my god, you know that whole song?
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so yeah, it's super rewarding. And like, and when
You
they go to
must sing the
bed,
best lullabies.
yeah, yeah, yes. I I should sing more lullabies, because I'm like I'm singing like also lots of like songs that are like with adult lyrics, right? I mean, there's no like nothing provocative
Amazing.
there, but
Hey,
uh
they love the beat though.
yeah, totally, yeah. But yeah, they love it. It's awesome. It's so cool to see that come back in them, and like them just randomly singing or dancing on like something I recorded. That's the most rewarding thing. It is. Yeah. 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 And they tell me too when they
Amazing.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is way too much fun. And do
Yeah.
you think
Yeah.
that your kids help you like with your mental health? Like, what do you do for your mental health practices? Because it's Mental Health Week.
Yeah.
Gotta ask those questions. Thanks, Tanya.
No, totally. So starting all these projects, that's definitely my, I call it pandemic music therapy. Basically, it's like when I'm singing, it's sort of a way of like checking in with myself. And I try and do some breath exercises, some yoga if I can squeeze it in. Um, but yeah, definitely starting these projects and just like keep putting things out there and just engaging in things that really make me happy, which is playing my dad's music, and sort of promoting that in a way. So,
That
um,
is
but it's
amazing.
definitely, yeah, yeah. But it's definitely, yeah, it's challenging, right? And like in a way, like, because I had a lot of friends being laid off, and they were like, they had so much time, but they couldn't force themselves to do the things they actually want to do. And I think my kids really helped me, force me to do those things, because you have such limited time, and it's like, bam, you've got 1 minute, then you got 1 minute to practice one line or one chord, right? So it's like, I think in a way they make me very productive and like put more things out there, because I think otherwise I would just be a slob on the couch, to be honest. Yeah, yeah.
That I feel ya. Like there's some days just like I just want to lay on that couch and
You just want to give in, right? Because you miss your
exactly
sister, and like it's
put a show.
yeah, just watch Netflix 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, if I would have no kids, that's what I would be doing. Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, your kids must watch the TV as like you're playing, or like do they just jump in or?
Yeah, they either like they join sometimes and they either ask me to repeat certain things or or they tell me to stop because when I yeah, my warm up.
They're like the judgment.
Yeah.
There's like you're a little off tune. I love how honest kids can be sometimes. Like
You're so
it's hilarious.
They tell me like when I'm too loud with my vocal warm up, they put me in the laundry room. Like it's like, Mama, you go into the laundry room. Like
Just like laundry room time.
yeah.
It's almost like you're grounded, or like it's time to sit out.
Yeah. So true.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's very real here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I already love your kids.
Yeah,
That is
I follow
amazing.
them every now and then. Yeah.
I hope I get to meet them someday.
Oh, you will. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yes. That is so amazing.
Yeah.
So, do you just start music once like COVID started again, or was it like were you playing before? And how did you, if you did, like, do you have to make a switch? And how'd that go? Like compared to what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so. It was like all these little moments. So, like, definitely my kids wrecking like the sheet music of my dad. That was like one start off, and that was right at the beginning of the pandemic. And then also, I finished a contract at Banff Center, and one of my colleagues told me, she was like, I don't think you belong here. You should do what you really want to do. You should start making music. And I was like, oh my God, is that obvious that I actually want to? But she was like Irish, like super straightforward, like, and I'm Dutch, so that works really well with me. And I was like, oh, she's so right. I'm like, so
She just knows you.
she knows me really well. And then I ran into another colleague. I was like, hey, don't you play the bass? I was like, I think we should start making music together. And then, so right before pandemic, I think it was like November or something, November, December, I started like picking all that stuff up. And then right in the pandemic, yeah, is when I really started like doing things. Yeah. Which is weird because it's good, but I'm not doing any live gigs, right? So I'm making all these things, but with all these different people everywhere, like all over the world, like people in Holland, like in South America, like everywhere. And they send their tracks and then we turn that into song. But now I'm like, oh, maybe I should start focusing on like getting a band and like pulling the feelers out there to like start making music, like for real when this opens up.
That's cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get out there and play. You'll be ready. You've been like warming up, right?
I'm already. Yeah.
Hey, we'll come to your first concert that you do when everything opens up. We'll be cheering for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So is there a song you're working on currently? Like writing right now?
Oh yeah, I met up with this, so I'm allowed two cohorts, like two people, which, I'm so thankful for. So I chose two audio engineers. Like, okay, I need to pick my cohort very wisely right now. So I went to one of my cohort buddies, and he's an amazing audio engineer. And we started working on this song called Pressure, which I was like, I should release that right now because it's like about all the pressure you feel like in certain very annoying situations, which could be in relationships. But I was like, we're talking pandemic right here. So I was like, I kind of want to finish it as soon as possible. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. I'm hoping, I think beginning of June, it should be out. Yeah. I'm going to work hard. So yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start following you, and as soon as that pops up, I'm gonna be like, guess what? I heard the song. This is awesome. I have to ask you, because your dad is your biggest inspiration. Have you, because kids are so honest, have you ever been like, Dad, I'm not a fan of that tune or that lyric. Can we change it?
Yes.
As a kid?
Yes, I actually like I was pretty honest with my dad too. I was like, because he would just play all these songs to me. I was like, nah, I don't think I really want to play that one. You can play that. I'll do the other one. So, and he was like, yeah. But it was both ways too. Like, because like growing up, like Dutch culture, like we were just pretty honest. So if he didn't like something, I would sing a certain way. It's like, nah, I don't think you should do it that way. That sounds not so good, you know? It's like, yeah, no
Oh my,
filter there.
I love how the honesty you have. Like sometimes just like you point out the good things, then oh maybe tweak that a little bit. We're not like no.
Yeah.
Like I love the honesty you guys have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I had to change it a little bit though. Like when I moved here 10 years ago, I was like, in some situations, I was a little bit too straightforward. We're like, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, right? So like things that are really appreciated in Dutch culture are like maybe not so appropriate here. Like you should just tone it
can you
down
give us
sometimes
some
a little bit.
examples?
So yeah, for example, just randomly if you walk into a friend in Holland and they ask you how you're doing and it's like, well, I'm complete shit right now. It's like awful. And then and I did that here one day with a friend, and then she was so shocked, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, maybe I should be more a bit like, no, no, I'm doing good."
Yay!
so, so I'm
Hilarious.
finding that out still with what friends I can do that, and yeah, it's interesting. Small cultural differences for sure. Yeah,
And
yeah.
culture differences are always so much fun and figuring them out. And
Oh my god,
you
totally.
must have some fun stories.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's the best part about traveling right there. Just the culture differences.
Oh my god, totally.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I have to say, thank you so much for coming on the show. We loved having you. And this is amazing. Seriously, track her down. I'm going to attempt to say your name again.
Do it.
Good. Yes. Oh, oh no, I'm blanking. No, Tennis, do you want to give it a shot?
Nurdjana.
Yeah. Nailed it. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.